And welcome back to Wish Connect. You still got me here, DJ Faye, and I'll be with you until 8 p.m. And we are live on TikTok, so follow us at Wish1075 Official. And without further ado, Wishers, let me introduce to you our first guest for tonight. Welcome to the show, Day Felice. Hi, guys.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Hello.
Hi. Kindly introduce yourselves first and tell us what you do in the band.
My name is David, and I'm the songwriter, singer, and pianist of Day Felice. The band actually started as my solo project, but then when I when I included more musicians like Jonatan, they were so good that we just made it a whole band effort.
All right.
And
awesome.
yes, my name is Jonathan, and I play bass in this squad, and I also do some backing vocals.
All right, so guys, do you want to greet some people first, your fans from the Philippines and your supporters as well?
Yeah, absolutely. It's wonderful to be here, and it's incredible to actually have a support in the Philippines, since we haven't set our foot outside of Sweden since we started. But just the fact that you guys are appreciating the music and that it's having some sort of effect on people so far away is just, it's been incredible. And like seeing all your reactions and all of that, it's wonderful. Thank you very much.
All right. How about you, Jonathan?
Well, it's amazing. It's mind-boggling, really. It wasn't something I was prepared for when going into this with David, but so just thank you a lot.
All right, and congratulations, first of all, on your latest album, Ashes. Can you tell us more about it? What is the central theme for Ashes?
I would say the essential theme is rebirth. Rebirth also, it entails some sort of destruction first. So the ashes are like the symbol of both like what has been burning down, but also ashes are like the most fertile kind of ground that there is for flowers to grow, and there's the whole phoenix from the ashes thing. So we go into like themes of climate catastrophe and like depression, which I've been struggling with a lot for the past few years. And just like trying to find some sort of like light in the end of that tunnel, and focusing on that, because we play a music that we call contrast pop, which is very much about like putting light against darkness a lot. And I think that a great way to do that is just to go into the sort of despair that I feel, well, that I've been going through and that I feel a lot of people may associate with as well. But finding the light, because that makes the light in it so much more powerful.
What inspired you guys to create Ashes?
I think it was in part due to like the lyrical themes that I was recording, but it was also a fact of me making the first album for Day Felice by myself. And then as soon as we got into the rehearsal room with the guys, we just noticed that something happened with the sound. Like Jonathan came in there from playing in a death metal band and like bringing so much energy into the bass and all of that. And we realized that our sound had been shifting so much for when we played live. So we wanted to make an album that was more out there in like every way. To just use all the assets that we had in the band and all the energy. So we went more like to the art rock, in the art rock direction compared to the first album. And we're just eager to get that out, I think.
And individually, what's your favorite track from Ashes and why?
I think for me, it would have to be Ozymandias. Also because I had a part in writing it, but also because it's a great song, and it's a great way to finish the album as well.
Yeah, Jonathan really. Yeah, Jonathan had a lot to do with Ozymandias, and he was also responsible for making it the final track of the album. My favorite one is Stardust, which I wanted as the final song. But after very much convincing, Jonathan made sure Ozymandias got the spot it deserves.
Yeah, I won.
And what was the recording process for Ashes like? Was it challenging? Was it different from your previous album?
It was very different to the previous album. I mean, mainly because I was suddenly not alone. Which was, I mean, there was a lot of strength in taking in more talented musicians around me, but there was also like the struggle of just trying to sort of release control in like an adequate way. Not to do it too much because I was still like set on having a vision and having creative control a lot. So just finding the balance between like letting people get in with all their ideas, but not being, not being too, still having like a clear direction in mind. So it was very different. What about you, Jonatan?
Yeah, well, the difference from the first album was that he wasn't alone anymore. So suddenly we all had a say. But since David acted like a executive producer for us in the band, it worked out very well in the end. I think where we could gather everyone's ideas and take the best of them and put it into the songs and the album.
Yeah. How about the songwriting process for Ashes, for the songs in that album? What was it like?
It was very different from song to song because some of the songs were material that I had saved from like 10 years ago. Mainly things that I thought were maybe a bit too brave to put on the first album. I think I was a bit, I don't know. I played a bit too safe. Mainly it was like the other guys convincing me that some songs which I thought were too personal and like too much, that they could actually work in the context of the second album. So mainly that, and there was also like songs like Ozymandias, which were just a joint effort where Jonatan was fiddling on the bass one day, and suddenly everyone just stopped and they were like, "What did you play now?" Because it was a great bass riff, which you then built on.
I think like the bulk of the songs were like ideas and pretty much finished songs, but not really finished, that David brought to the rehearsal space, and then we, as a team, added our individual parts and ideas on top of that.
And after that, we also brought it into the studio with producer Alexander Asp here in Gothenburg, who like edited the last few things, and at some points he came up with like, okay, so we can remove this chorus here, or we can move this verse away from here. So he had a big part in that as well, I think.
Awesome. And how is music being of help when it comes to dealing with personal challenges?
Do you want to start, Jonatan?
No, you go.
Go, David.
It's been a massive help. Like, I started my career very much as an actor, but even so, I found myself going a lot to music when I was going through something that I needed to express or deal with in some way. And I think songwriting is just a very constructive and a good way to sort of work through emotions that you're going through, I think. And then like just the leap from having this very personal, like almost secret thing that you've been doing, and then releasing that to an audience and realizing that some people feel the same way, that my lyrics resonate with people, has just made me feel very, very not alone and appreciated. And even more so on Ashes, where I also take even bigger steps to like be very personal and be like very idiosyncratic in a way. And the more people appreciate that, the more I feel appreciated for like who I really am, instead of like just a polished version of myself, which I think I've presented more before.
Yeah, I think
Jonatan?
David couldn't have said it better, really.
That makes sense.
But it's interesting because, the same themes lyrically, they resonate in different parts of the world. It doesn't really matter. So that the fact that Ashes that affects us, me and David and the rest of the band so much, that it can affect other people in everywhere. It's amazing to me. Yeah.
Can you share with us?
Yeah.
Go, David.
It's been
Go
something
ahead.
I've been very deliberately trying to do as well. Like when I start writing a song, I will focus on something very personal and like realistic that I'm going through. But then as I polish the song, I try to sort of broaden the scope a bit. So I express like my emotions in a way so that it can also be applied to other people's specific situations as well. And yeah, so far that seems to have been a good recipe, I think.
Yes, your songs are very relatable. So can you share
Yes,
with
sir.
us how and when did Day Felice start as a band, as a group?
Yeah, it started as once again, it started as my solo project. It was like the band name, or what was the artist name, is just a stylization of my names, which are David and Felix. But I wanted to
Oh,
sound a bit
yeah.
androgynous and also like ambiguous, whether or not it's a band or it's an artist. I wanted a name that could work for either, because pretty early on I thought, okay, but if I find people who are willing to do this along with me for like a full time, then I'll be willing to make this into a band. And then I think it was just after I released the first album, when we were rehearsing for like the debut concert. That's when I got together with the guys, and I didn't intentionally like grab the best musicians I know. I just grabbed like the people I liked the most, honestly, because I didn't think it was that. At that point, it wasn't that demanding music to play, really. But then the guys just exceeded my expectations anywhere, and that's also why we then on Ashes went more into like the complex matters, both musically and compositionally. Do you have anything to add on that, Jonathan?
No, not really. I'm glad you said you chose musicians that you liked as persons. That's sweet.
So what was it like working with each other, Jonathan and David?
It's a blast for me, at least. Both me and David are very outspoken and creative about music and how music should be, and how Day Felice's music should be. So it's always a blast discussing that, both in the studio and in the rehearsal space.
How about
I feel
you,
like
David?
Jonathan is working with Jonathan is a bit like sitting in like an extremely powerful sports car. So as soon as you like touch the pedal, it just takes off in 300 kilometers an hour, and that can be daunting at first, because first you're like afraid, because he has so many ideas and so much energy to put into anything. So I know the first few times we recorded, a lot of what I was doing was just trying to hold you back, and I was like, okay, yeah, but we got to leave room for the other instruments as well. You know, we gotta. This can't be too intense. But I mean, bit by bit, I just started realizing that the more I allow him to do, like all the best parts of those songs, I think, are the ideas he brought to the table as well. So it's been like taming a storm, which is like extremely powerful, but also scary in a way, I think.
That's awesome. But throughout the years, guys, how did the sound of Day Felice change or progress from the first album and now that you have Ashes?
I think the first album was a lot more soft and simple in a lot of ways, and streamlined, absolutely. Because the first album was just like a collection of 8 songs, which I thought would be good pop singles in one or another way. Then Ashes was more high concept, and once again, like instead of just me sitting in an armchair and like thinking out bass riffs and doing that together with a producer, now it was Jonathan who brought everything he had into an instrument that is usually very underutilized, I think, which is the bass. So it's wonderful to have like just an intense bass as sort of a USP to your pop band. Do you agree?
Yes, I do. And also, as a bassist, I do agree. No, but this album is more band oriented in every way. I think it's the compositions are more suited to fit the band. There are instrumental parts that take place and are allowed to take space in the composition, and that's I wasn't really involved in the first album, but from how I see it, the Ashes allows those instrumental parts.
If I can use an analogy, because when we talk about the music, we describe it as contrast pop, and when people ask me what that is, like I usually tend to, when you're making a pencil drawing, you have like the white paper and you have the dark pencil, but the more you utilize like the darker dark and the brighter white, like the more the difference between those two are, the more depth you get into the picture. So you're not just making like a dark picture or a bright picture. When you intentionally make both and make sure that they clash and like that there's a huge contrast between them, then you get the sort of 3D emotion, that the 3D feeling that you all almost get. And like in the first album was sort of just a bit more to the middle, a bit flatter, and in this one we go even brighter and even darker. So it's like a deeper experience.
And that's fitting with the lyrical content as well. If we're talking about rebirth and ashes, both the dark side, the pile of ash, and something that has been reborn and is rising again.
Right, very well said, guys. But to those people who will hear your songs for the first time, what should they feel? What should they expect?
It's music for active listening. It's like it's songs that I imagine that you put on instead of like putting on a podcast. You don't like put them on in the background of a party. You can do that if you want to, but it's like if you go out on a walk and then put the songs in your earphones, they will like bring you on a journey, because they intentionally take a lot of twists and turns and like also contrast the light side and the dark side. So it's kind of dramatic, kind of theatrical, but it's meant to sort of make you feel like you're going through an emotional journey along the way. So when the song is over, you have...
That's true.
Yeah.
I was listening to it a while ago, and it gives me that melancholic vibe, and I love it.
That's great.
Good to hear.
How about your message to your Filipino fans, guys?
I just want to say thank you so incredibly much for giving us more support than we ever expected we would get from so far away. It's been amazing, and we not only like some of our most dedicated fans are Filipino, but when we watch our stats on Spotify as well, we can see that there is actually quite a following there, which is, we're just so excited and so surprised to be able to reach out to you guys, and that you guys reach out to us in return. Yeah. So please just know that we see you and we appreciate you extremely much. It's wonderful to have you with us.
Aw, that's so amazing. That's sweet. And you know what, guys? Because now we are live on TikTok, we have 2 challenges for you. The first challenge is called Rapid Fire Song Challenge. So all you have to do, I'll be giving you different names of artists and musicians, and all you have to do is sing a song from that certain artist as fast as you can. Are you ready for the first challenge, guys?
Okay, yeah. Are we doing it both at the same time?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Whoever wants to sing. So, okay, here's your first challenge. DJ Felice Rapid Fire Song Challenge starts now. Coldplay.
You are. It's clocks, guys.
All right, Muse.
Starlight, I will be chasing the starlight until the end of my life. I don't know if it's worth it anymore.
Awesome. David Bowie.
Sailors fighting in the dance hall. Oh man, look at those cavemen go. It's the creepiest show.
Radiohead.
No alarms and no surprises. No alarms and no surprises. Silence.
Okay, next artist, The Cab.
No idea. No idea.
No, I don't
Okay,
know.
you can say pass. Okay, time's up, but because we are very generous here in Wish Connect, we'll give you another 1 minute just to finish all the artists. So are you ready, guys, for the continuation of the
Yes.
challenge? You can say pass,
Not
okay?
sure.
Okay, next artist, Yellow Card.
Pass.
Pass.
Okay, Lifehouse.
Pass.
Pass.
Okay, Matchbox 20.
Pass.
Pass.
Okay, Michael Jackson.
Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? Annie, are you okay?
Okay, Incubus.
Pass.
Pass.
Sounds like something
Okay.
you would know, Jonathan.
One Direction.
Story of my life, I take her home. I drive all night to keep her warm inside. It's bright.
Nice.
Something. Something like that.
Okay, The Cure.
It's not something is having you for dinner tonight. I think it's called
And then
Lullaby.
last artist, I have a favorite song. Last artist, The Fray.
That's how to save a life, right?
Yeah, how to say a light, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend.
Okay, congratulations, guys, to survive the first challenge. But we have another challenge for you, and this is called
Wonderful.
Rapid Fire Question. This is super easy. I'll be just asking you different questions, and all you have to do is answer as fast as you can. So, are you ready, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
We
rapid
can
fire
compete against each
question.
other now.
Starts now. Music makes me blank. Complete the sentence.
Happy.
Happy.
Okay. The best concert of all time for me is.
Kent's last concert, Stockholm.
Okay, Jonathan?
Metallica.
Okay.
Denmark.
I want to work
Copenhagen.
with this artist.
David Lindström.
Mhm.
Really strong, right?
Okay. My most favorite album is.
Black Holes and Revelations. Yes.
Okay.
It would have to be The Perfect Element with Pain Salvation.
Okay. Song I can't stop listening to right now.
11th Dimension, Julian Casablancas.
Okay, Jonathan?
Castaway Angels by Leprous.
Okay. Country I want to have a concert.
Philippines.
Yeah,
Wow.
Philippines. Yes.
Thank you. Our most memorable performance is.
First one, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
Debut concert at Contrast Public House, Gothenburg.
Mhm.
I'd say so too.
All right. Ashes means blank.
Rebirth.
Rebirth.
Okay. Day Felice will.
Break, hopefully.
Yeah. Playing
Okay,
in
and for-
Philippines sometimes.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We'll wait for that. And for our last question, guys, we are thankful for. What are you thankful for?
Our fans.
Yeah.
Aww,
Our fans.
that's sweet. And
This-
speaking of
It's
your
an
fans.
easy answer, but yeah.
And speaking of your fans, guys, we have a surprise for you because some of them are here to say hello to you and to ask you some questions. So let's
my
welcome
God.
Jessa Christy Faderan. Hi, Jessa.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Hello,
Jessa.
Jessa.
Hi, Jonathan. Nice to meet you guys.
Very
What do you
nice.
feel
I am
right now,
shaking.
Jessa?
I am literally shaking.
We are
Guys,
too. We are
she's
too.
shaking.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
I wish I could
Jessa.
speak Swedish.
Can you tell us how and when did you start supporting Day Felice?
Okay, first of all, I was a big fan of Vikings. So that's where I first saw David playing the role of Sigurd. So yeah, I checked his Instagram and there I found out that he has a band. So I checked on it and I actually like the song. So yeah, that's how I basically started liking it.
And what's your most favorite song from Day Felice?
Oh my gosh, how can I pick?
Your top three.
It's either Are We Ever or Stardust, because it's part of my playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Those are great choices.
And what can you say about their latest album, Ashes?
It's actually very relatable, especially Stardust. I actually commented on David's post before how I relate to it. I don't know if you can identify me on Instagram because my username is different. So yeah, it's actually very relatable, and especially during this pandemic, because I walk a lot from work. So I listen to the album. I listen to the album while walking, and it really gives you a peace of mind. It's like bringing you to another dimension. So yeah, I love it.
Guys, any reaction to that?
It's the best review we've ever gotten, I think.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. Wow. And I mean, if you commented on our Instagram, I'm sure that we've seen it because we really read all the comments. And
we do.
Yeah.
And we try to reply as well.
We notice you guys. It's so cool, and it's so nice to see you here as well.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
That's so sweet. So Jessa, I will give you now the chance to talk to them and ask them questions. Are you ready?
Yeah, I actually have a paper here.
Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, because I'm also a songwriter and I also play music. So I just want to know, because I know that the music industry is one of the biggest things to be affected or impacted by the pandemic, especially last year. So I was wondering how did you guys cope up or manage, especially that you just released an album?
I have some things to say on that, but do you wanna, Jonathan?
No, you go ahead.
I mean, honestly, at first it was really devastating for me. Not only because we were releasing an album that we were hoping to get out and tour with, and that has sort of been so hard now, but also since I've lost like a lot of my livelihood, which is like playing private concerts just by myself. So it was very challenging at first. But then, I mean, we started doing some live streams, and we also took the time to really go into the studio and perfect the songs while we didn't really have any pressure to get it out as soon as possible. So, I mean, it sort of also brought, I think a lot of people can relate to the pandemic also bringing a bit of a peace of mind, because, I mean, you're forced to stay at home, but that also made it so that you had basically no FOMO and no pressure to really get out and do stuff all the time. So I think we made the most of it, just going into the studio, producing, and I mean, it's more now that we're kind of itching and anxious to get out and play. So hopefully this gets better really soon.
Yeah, we all feel that way apparently.
That is true.
Yeah.
Any more questions, Jessa?
I don't know.
Or your message to them?
Yeah, I actually have a message. Yeah, so I just want to thank you guys because, of course, your music is a part of my life during the pandemic. I've listened to a lot of your songs, especially last year. Like I said a while ago, I put it on my playlist and listened to it while walking home because last year my mental health has really deteriorated. So music really helped me a lot. And I kind of miss attending gigs and shows and concerts. So yeah, your music kind of became a part of my life during the pandemic. And I also want to congratulate you for your latest album. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people have been listening to it. And actually, I'm actually really proud because you guys have reached Philippines now. You're here on Wish, so that's already an achievement. So congratulations.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for sharing. And I mean, it means so much to us that something that, I mean, I've been doing a lot to just like deal with what I've been going through mentally and emotionally, that can then have some sort of positive effect on people who are in a similar situation, and be useful in some way. Because like we all just want to make a difference and want to make things better for each other some way. And the fact that our music has been some sort of positive influence to someone is just,
it means the world to us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, because I think that's the power of music, first of all. Because I mentioned that your songs are relatable. So I think that relatable part became like it created a big impact for the listeners, because it kind of had a ripple effect. Like, example, you, David, the way you sing it, for example, it kind of been inspiring for the listeners, and the effect on it, kind of like a ripple, like it just spreads.
That's wonderful. I always want to. I always wanted to be one of those artists where the people who listen to it can then feel more confident about their own music, which is like I've been trying very deliberately to like not mask too much of my singing on the studio version, so like make it feel unattainable and try to make it feel real, because that's sort of the kind of music that I want to inspire people to make as well. So I mean, listening to you as a songwriter, appreciating our music that way is also great.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Jessa. I hope you enjoyed our Wish Connect episode
Thank you
for tonight.
for this opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Jessa. Have a great night. Stay safe. All right, guys. And for our next surprise, here is Nessey Armilio. Hi, Nessey. Hi, Miss Nessey.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello there.
How are you feeling right now, Miss Nessey? You'll be talking to Day Felice.
Yes, this is so unbelievable. I mean, well, so first of all, I would like to thank Wish 1075 for giving fans for this wonderful opportunity, very rare opportunity like this, to be able to be connected with our favorite artist. This is so amazing, and I would
You're
like
very
to
welcome.
salute to Wish 107.
Aww.
Yes. Hi, David. Hi, Jonatan.
Hello.
So, Miss Nessey, can you tell us how and when did you start supporting the music of Day Felice?
When I was browsing my YouTube, and the song Silence, it I mean, I accidentally clicked the song Silence, and then and when I heard the whole song, I got interested in the whole album, because when I found the word silence, and then I browsed. I mean, I searched the channel of Day Felice, and then it became my playlist right there and then. Yes. Maybe that's because I'm music lover. I'm a member of a choir, so that's how I got interested, because of the music itself, and then the lyrics. It really penetrates the being of the listeners, and I agree to what Jessa said a while ago, and Yeah, so thank you for this opportunity to be able to talk to David and Jonathan.
Thank you so
And
much,
Miss Nessy,
Nancy.
Thank you so much.
like Jessa,
That's
I will give
sorry.
you the chance to ask them questions. It's your chance now. Go ahead, Pa.
Yes, my question is for Jonathan, since David mostly wrote their songs. So my question for Jonathan is, if you were to write a song, what would it be about?
Me, like lyrically.
Yes.
Yes. I don't know.
You do write a lot of songs, though.
Yeah, I do write many instrumental parts, but I haven't been involved with lyrics at all so far. And I don't know if David will ever let me. No,
Well,
that's a joke. That's a joke.
Yeah.
No, but I think what would I write about? Depression, perhaps.
Oh, especially, yeah.
I'm sorry, we laugh because it's an inside joke that so many of my songs are about depression that it's you know.
Yeah. No, I haven't really thought about this. I think that's the answer.
Jonathan does have a band called the Blue Whale, in which there are a lot of whale-related songs which he writes.
Yeah, but I don't.
My favorite one is, can I tell about the Varval?
Yeah, of course, of course.
There is a song about a were-whale, which is about a man who, instead of being a werewolf, he's a were-whale. So at night he transforms into a whale.
But I don't think I would be comfortable to bring that kind of lyrical content into Day Felice.
Maybe that's for another project.
Yeah, perhaps.
Or like a spin-off album.
Yeah. Animal themed.
Yeah.
Miss Nessy,
Great
any more
question,
questions?
I guess that's it. Thank
How
you
about
so
your
much.
message to them?
Oh, okay. Well, we will be looking forward to David's first song. Well, first of all, please stay safe, guys, because we are still in this pandemic and everything is going crazy around the world. So we wish for our favorite artist, favorite band to stay safe and keep on inspiring people through your music. And it really helps people a lot, especially nowadays. Your music gives relief to your fans. That's
Thank you so much.
very heartwarming for us. Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
Stay safe, you too.
Yeah, you inspire us as well. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Your support gives all the things we do so much meaning. We can't really overstate how much it matters that people actually care.
Right. Thank you so much, Miss Nessy. We hope you enjoyed your Wish Connect episode. Right, and guys, for our last surprise, welcome to the show, Nada or Emilio. Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Nada.
David.
Hello.
Hello, Nada.
Hi, David. Hi, Jonathan. Finally, we met.
Finally, we
How are
meet.
you feeling
Finally,
right now,
we meet.
Miss Nada?
I am actually trembling because of excitement
Oh.
and happiness because
Mhm.
finally I get to meet David and Jonathan, although
Mhm.
Antonico and Henrik are not here, but at least two of them are here. So congratulations for being on the #1 FM station in the Philippines.
I mean,
Thank you
for
so much
bringing us
for that,
here.
Miss Nada. So, Miss
This is
Nada,
huge for
what
us.
do you like most about Day Felice?
A lot. Number
A lot.
one, yes. Number one, their music, because just like what Nessy said a while ago, the first time she clicked on silence, she immediately, right away, she liked it, and that's how I felt too. Day Felice knows that my favorite is Silence. All-time favorite is Silence. Like when my lullaby is Silence. Right?
How and
And
when
Lights
did you
Out.
start supporting them?
Because I'm a fan of Vikings, the HBO series where David is an actor of, and he's my favorite character there. And then I just found out that he is an artist. Actually, he's a singer, pianist, and everything else. And then he created the band, and then I followed him all the way since then, since day one.
It's nice. And what can you
Yes.
say about their latest album, Ashes?
It is inexplicable,
Wow.
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 right? You combine every review, every comment they have. It can't really express how it is for me, at least. Yeah, that's how I love the Ashes album. And of course, Ashes itself, the track Ashes. Like when I play Ashes, I feel like I'm floating like ashes.
Wow.
Wow.
Right.
I'm just
Because
like
that's
Miss
David on the piano.
Yes, and Miss Jessa, I will give you the chance to ask them any question. So go ahead.
Me?
I will give you the chance to ask them any question.
Okay. Well, anytime I can ask question, but here is my question for this TikTok, this Wish show. What is the best
All right.
ingredient in your chemistry as a band?
Wow.
That's a great question.
Yeah. I think it's just that we have fun, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially like when we're on stage, we get told a lot that you can tell that we're having fun on stage, and that it's good that can be seen, because I mean, like, I get so much energy from just watching Jonathan go crazy on
On bass.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I play
You know-
lead bass.
Yeah. And
No.
anything else? Mhm.
I
Okay,
think
my next-
that's
My next question is, Nessey, Jessa, and I think we are all songwriters. So what are your pieces of advice to us to become just like you, very good at creating music and lyrics?
Well, first of all, thank you. That's
Yeah. That's humbling.
That's
That's humbling.
lovely. I mean, it's very hard to like give just general advice, but I think what I've learned most over the past couple of years is the more you try to stay true to yourself, the better it gets. Because my biggest struggle has probably been all the times that I've been doubting myself over like making a song. For example, Stardust was a song that I thought was never gonna appeal to people the way that it has done, because it was a song that I wrote exclusively just to like deal with my own emotions. And I think my advice would be to just dare to go with that, because you as a person are unique and have a life and like an inner spirit that no one else in the world has. So the more you stay true to that when you write your songs, that brings a lot of uniqueness and novelty into it.
Yeah, I think so. My advice is kind of similar in that way. I don't try to limit yourself when you're writing, and don't be overly critical to your own ideas, and don't try to, if you can. When I write music, I often find myself, is it supposed to sound like this within the framework of this genre or whatever? Don't care about that. Just write the music. Just if it's an idea, it's an idea. So work with it, see what happens.
Okay, thank you so much. And lastly, I have a surprise for you guys. As you can see, I am wearing Day Felice shirt.
Wow.
I had this printed. And what's more, I had each one of you. Oh no, can you read it? Each one of you has it. Anton,
Oh my
although he's not
God.
here. Actually, earlier I showed this to Anton, and he said he won't tell you guys before the show. So
You didn't.
it's a
No, I
surprise.
didn't.
No, we didn't. He didn't. It is.
Yeah. So there's for
That's super
Anton, and this
sweet.
one is for what? Henrik. Henrik also has one. And then this is from EFS. I think DJ Faye is a model of this apparel brand. And
It's
here's
a great
for
brand in the
Nico.
Philippines, CFS.
Yes. DJ Faye is a model of this. And then for Jonatan, for you, I hope to ship
That's
this
super
to Sweden.
sweet.
Yeah,
And it's
of
spelled
course,
right as well.
Of course. And
Wow,
because
that's so sweet.
because David always wears this color, although the rest of the band are wearing black. This is your color, David.
I'm so glad you did that.
See?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Guys,
And
any
Oh, yeah.
reaction to
Day
that
Felice.
gesture?
And then of
The-
course
the-
I have two. Myself.
Wow.
For myself.
Amazing.
That's it.
course.
That's my surprise.
Amazing.
Yeah, that's. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm kind of
I'm at a
speechless.
loss for words. That's incredible.
Any message to Miss Nada, guys? She
Well,
loves
thank
you
you
and
so
your
much.
music so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. Like we see you on Instagram. We appreciate your support so much. It's so wonderful to just have you supporting us and like helping us reach so far out into the Philippines and all that. It's yeah, you matter. It's incredible to have such a cool fan.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you so much, Nada.
Thank you so much,
Thank you
Miss
so
Nada.
much.
You are
Tap,
so
some you can.
sweet. Stay safe. Hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. And there you go, guys. Your Filipino fans love you so much. And now you'll be giving us a sample of your song, Ashes. Are you ready to sing it?
Go ahead,
Just a
David.
line or
Supposed to
two.
s-
Just a
The
line
thing
or
is-
two.
Ashes has no lyrics.
Oh, okay. It's just
So-
instrumental. Any song from Ashes, guys.
Any song from Ashes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I miss being near you with nothing between us. Our hands beat inside that frame, but it's not the same. There has to be some way that we can just connect. But these days, the rules have changed, and something's in the way. Are we ever wide awake?
Awesome. Day Felice and Wish Connect. Congratulations once again, guys, on your latest album, Ashes. And kindly invite everyone to listen to your music. Where can they listen
Yes.
to it?
They can listen to it on Spotify, on YouTube, the Tidal,
iTunes?
yeah,
Yeah,
wherever.
Wherever. Just search for Day Felice and you'll be right with us.
All right. How about your social media accounts? You can promote them as well.
Yeah, you can follow us. It's at of Day Felice on Instagram and on Facebook. Then I have a personal Twitter account with the same one, which I don't really use. On YouTube, we are called Day Felice. You can also follow my personal one, which is Day Lindstrom, D-A Lindstrom on Instagram, and Jonathan has one as well.
Yeah, it's like Jonatan Nay, at Jonatan Nay, if you want to follow the bassist.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for sharing your talent, your music, and for inspiring lots of people and touching people's hearts as well. Your Filipino fans love you so very much. And again, congratulations on your latest album, Ashes. And keep doing what you do.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
letting
so
us
much
be on
for
this
this.
wonderful show. It's we love this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys, and stay safe. And I hope to see you soon here in the Philippines. And
Have a nice
there you
evening.
go, wishers.